Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set 50, plant.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Hey, Delta.
Come again. Here I come again.
Come. Shoot.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Protein spill. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
3 bucks.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. You remember me? You remember me?
Now.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Duke Riley coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Let's bring it. Check 59, Mike.
Go.
Mike 59.
I got you.
To throw is Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's Locke to throw. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Hey, Haywood!
22, Mike 22. I'm here all day.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Greystone, Travis, get it!
To try again after the sack. Locke throwing left side, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, wahoo!
22, he's coming. 22.
Keep gripping.
Throwing now is Locke. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling their defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score.
Touchdown.
Phillip Lindsey, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Falcons nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards.
Hey, Charlie.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. Hey, we heavy on the edges,
47's the mic.
Five.
Throwing again on second down. Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
High 7.
Now Locke. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Here we go. 120!
54 Mike. Here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And he'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They're in a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. They'll run here with Lindsey. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a carry for Lindsey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go, 180! 11.
Switch. Hey, switch gears.
Blue draw Corker.
They'll run with Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Hey, exit.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. All day.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Kamara's got the first down and then some. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. Our first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a bit. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Pressure brought in. Falcons get there for the sack. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Lindsey. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Right here, right here.
White.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Smooth.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
54.
Now Garoppolo. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
The 39-yard line.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Garoppolo now. Screen pass to Lindsey. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I smell
2.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
21.
Mike 54. Yeah.
Hey, gun.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
Stick.
You. Mike 54.
Garoppolo again. He'll let this go for the end zone. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. And then hunt.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
15. First down, Denver.
Here we go, here we go. Left 80!
Mike 54.
On first down, it's Lindsey. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Third down.
Here we go, here we go.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
I got you, I got you.
Right there, 54.
12, fellas, here we go.
We own it. We own it.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 5-4. They're not ready.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
5-2, let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. On 3rd and long, it's Lock. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Hey,
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
21.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Check, Mike. Hey, box drop.
Let's go, defense.
65.
Tighten up.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 54. You're not ready.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo, he completes this to Sutton, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Broncos.
Garoppolo now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 180.
54. Let's go, you tighten up.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Go!
I don't think you got it, son. Mike 52, Mike 52.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
There!
From the 38, Locke. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 3rd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Go!
Mike 22, he's coming, 22, he's coming.
Go!
On 3rd down, Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
13.
Garoppolo. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I know he ain't got it.
Get it.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
13.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down.
Here we go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Garoppolo on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Don't get nervous. Both sevens are made.
Back up.
Watch the run. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Let him know.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You ready?
Mike, 47. Check, 47.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's get off.
Play.
Let's get off the field, D. 47's the Mike.
Spike.
Now Locke. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Back to throw. Locke. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Run. 52's the Mike, boy. 52. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory.